Morocco is a country of vibrant colors, rich history, and an incredible culture. Today, I travel across the major cities of Morocco exploring what this North African country has to offer. I start in Casablanca, the city with the biggest functional mosque in Africa. Then I travel across the country to the city of Marrakesh to explore the famous Medina, which is home to some of the most exciting activities in Morocco. And finally, I take on the Atlas Mountains, where I attempt to climb all the way to the top of its snow-covered peaks to see its 7 waterfalls. My journey is going to take 7 days, and I try to challenge myself by keeping my whole trip under $1,000 because I'm cheap like that. Now let's get started exploring one of the most visited places in Africa.
Hey, you must come to Morocco.
In the series, the Moroccan miracle is still on.
Before we continue our exploration of Morocco, I would love to tell you guys about the sponsor of today's video, which is a game company called Raid Shadow Legends. As someone who is constantly on the road, working, traveling, and visiting countries like the one I currently am in, I usually don't have time to relax and have fun, but Raid Shadow Legends has been my form of entertainment and escape. You can be a casual player, or if you're somebody who is competitive like me, you can compete with players all across the world. One of the things I love about this game is the high-end graphics and how everything is so realistic. The medieval nature and some scenes in the game remind me of some historical parts of Marrakesh, which you're going to see in the video very soon. This guy right here is my favorite champion because of how mean he looks. Just look at his face. His name is Garlic, by the way. This April, Raid is organizing a dragon egg hunt where you can win up to $20,000 in Amazon gift card just by participating in the game. After downloading this game with the link in the description, which I hope you do because it helps support this channel, copy your in-game player ID and then head on over to this website on the screen. This promo lasts from April 14th to May 15th. If you can find the hidden egg, you win. It's that simple. With all of this exciting stuff and more coming to Raid, I'm wondering why you haven't downloaded it yet. What are you still waiting for? Remember to hit the link in the description and I will meet you on the battlefield. Thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Now let's head back to Morocco. Morocco is the 5th biggest economy in Africa and the city has over 4 million people living in it.
Welcome to Morocco.
When I first came here, I actually thought I was going to struggle, but the people are really nice. The weather is really nice. The food is good. The Moroccan startup ecosystem is starting to grow and develop, so there are a lot of opportunities here.
I landed in Casablanca, the major business district of Morocco, and the first hotel that was going to be my home was located alongside the port of Casablanca, which is one of the largest artificial ports in the world and the second largest port in North Africa.
Another landing of significance takes place at Casablanca as they arrive in Morocco.
Walking around the streets of Casablanca, you can already tell that this is the country's economic and business center, making it the most populous city in the Maghreb region, which consists of all the North African countries, well, except Egypt. As someone who spontaneously travels to places across the world, I was really fascinated by the architecture and level of development of Casablanca. Walking around, you can see a lot of the European and Arab influences, most of which happened because of its geographical location and closeness to Europe. I noticed many people here spoke French, which is one of the 3 major languages here.
If you know how to speak French, you would have an edge. I still don't speak French, but I've found ways to really cool.
In Morocco, we have 2 races. We have Arabs and the Berbers.
I would have never imagined Morocco to be a francophone country, and digging deeper I realized the reason why.
France and Morocco have a long and complex history.
So Morocco was formerly a French colony and only achieved its independence from France on March 2nd, 1956. Reading through Morocco's history made me realize how it has constantly been fighting to be in charge of its territories. Back then, Morocco faced external threats to its sovereignty, with Portugal seizing some territory and the Turkish Empire encroaching from the east. You see, because of Morocco's strategic location near the mouth of the Mediterranean and also bordering the Atlantic Ocean, many European countries wanted to own a piece of this beautiful country, and in 1912, France and Spain divided the country into respective protectorates. Thankfully, the citizens of Morocco revolted against colonial rule and eventually regained its independence and reunified. One of the most important architectural marvels in Casablanca is the Hassan II Mosque. Have you ever seen a structure this big? This mosque is found in Casablanca, and it's also the 7th biggest mosque in the world. It can hold 105,000 worshippers, 25,000 inside and the rest on the outside courtyard. Talking about numbers, I looked at my subscribers and it looks like 85% of you who watch this channel are not subscribed, and that makes me very sad. Please subscribe if you haven't already, as it helps the growth of this channel. Thank you. Now, Morocco used to hold the spot of the biggest mosque ever built in Africa until Algeria built its own mosque in 2019, beating Morocco's mosque. So going back to the mosque in Casablanca, the architecture is so remarkable as it's perched on the edge overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. It also has a laser at the peak that points north, which is usually the direction Muslims point when they want to pray. The walls are made of handcrafted marble and the roof is retractable. Morocco is a mostly Muslim country with 99% of its people practicing Islam. When chilling out here, there's this really awesome park. I love countries that really think about having public spaces, because people just left their house and came here to just come and chill and experience this space. They didn't have to pay any money. I didn't have to pay a single dollar. The next day, I headed to the Casablanca train station to hop on a train to the most visited city in all of Morocco, the city of Marrakesh.
Marrakesh, this fabulous town of the south, where life meanders on today as it did 1,000 years ago.
Currently inside the train now, squeezing our way everywhere is very tight. Most people who fly into Morocco usually spend the night in Casablanca and then head to Marrakesh the next day. The train ride took 2 hours 30 minutes and cost 15 euros or 150 dirhams. It's also one of the cheapest ways to move around Morocco. I would recommend you book ahead though and pay a little extra to stay in first class whenever you're traveling for a more comfortable experience.
Finally I arrived Marrakesh after a very long train ride. Super tired, but excited.
Arriving in Marrakesh, I could see how it was very different from Casablanca.
Welcome to Marrakesh. You're welcome.
Marrakesh is filled with so many tourists who come here every single day to experience the country. The city gives off a beautiful rustic vibe which is noticeable from the reddish brown colors of all the buildings. Before we start our exploration of Morocco, we need to change some cash. The currency in Morocco is the Moroccan dirham. Usually here they always have all these snake charmers and a lot of activities happening. By the time we go inside, we're going to see some of all these activities happening and we're going to catch some of them on camera. Our first stop, which is the busiest place in all of Morocco, is the Medina. This is one of the biggest markets I've ever had to explore in my life, as you'll soon see. The Medina is the historic heart of Marrakesh and is the original walled settlement around which the rest of the city was built. Its set of old defensive walls surround and separate the old city from the new and has several gates which lead to different districts of the Medina. Guys, I'm currently in the center of the Medina, which is a place where so many activities are currently happening right now. There's so many people here, thousands and thousands of people. And this is why one of the major spots people come to if they're coming to Morocco. Thousands of people are constantly walking through the maze-like walls, and the Medina is always active with the activity of different souks, traders, and artisans trading their wares. How much is it?
This one costs 6,000 US dollars.
Since this is the heart of the city, the activities here are boundless. From food to the drinks, you get to experience it all here.
Currently walking through the market now, looking for where I can see something to eat. So many stores on my left and on my right. What's this?
Lamb chops, barbecue, fish, soup, harira, vegetarian, couscous, drink for free.
Yeah, welcome. Sit here. What's this? Action sauce.
This is the tagine.
This is the tagine?
Tagine with vegetables and the chicken.
There's a variety of things in front of me. Ow! It's hot. Woo.
Maybe later be here and the pepper.
Yeah.
After, like couscous.
This is made from some sort of peanuts. Very interesting mix of food. Everything all together.
At the center of the Medina is the Jema El Efna Square. This is a huge square that changes its face as the hours go by.
just came here and they gave me like a free drink. This is like a food shop. Yeah, this drink is actually really tasty.
The main character in the square is the music played by the many musicians and just at the center are the snake charmers who have perfected the art of handling venomous snakes.
One of the things I've been looking forward to seeing here are the guys that control snakes. They're snake charmers in Morocco and it's popular in Marrakesh. Yeah, how are you? I'm fine. All right. So how do you tell me about the snakes? How do you guys capture them?
From the desert, you know, hunting,
yeah.
Hunting, desert. Cobra, vipers, viper with the horn.
Yeah, the horn viper.
Yeah. Different kind of snakes.
You can take a picture with them, but for a prize.
So one of the coolest parts about being in Marrakesh is you can easily climb one of these rooftop restaurants that they have here and get to experience all we've seen from downstairs, but seeing it from upstairs this time. Check out where we are. The way is here filming, getting some shots. Good people. I think for me, one of the best parts about being up here is getting to watch the sunsets. So guys, we're just done experiencing the rooftop and now we're headed back to the hotel. What's your view of
this place is beautiful, like it's a lot of people, like it's mind-blowing. I don't think I've ever been to a market as busy as this.
Currently walking Morocco streets at night and I'm vlogging with my camera to show you guys how safe it is here. And like I still see some people still even engaging in some touristy activities, like this guy on this horse right here.
Look at Marrakesh, is a lovely city. I love Marrakesh.
My name is Yassin.
This is the Marrakesh sign at night. This is what Marrakesh looks like at night. Lots of people, lots of activities, very, very busy and vibrant. One of the best ways to explore Marrakesh, if you want to see a lot of the nice stuff that are here, is by picking a hotel room that is in a central location. This is our room here. One of the best parts about it is that it has a rooftop. All this side is the Medina. This is the main central district. It's called Bouelis. So you can see on my left and on my right, there are multiple highbrow restaurants. Like if you're coming with your babe, you come here and come and chill. Marrakesh is not just only like the Medina part. There's also still people living here and businesses going on.
Inside the Medina are several architectural and historical masterpieces from different periods in history, one of which is the Badi Palace, which was built in 1578.
Walking through the palace. Got this guy just taking a nap. That's another thing you should know about Morocco. Morocco has so many cats everywhere. This was constructed by the most famous ruler of the Saddien dynasty. He created this in the northeastern part of the Medina for privacy and security, and the whole purpose of this place was for lots of events that were happening here.
The Badi Palace is decorated with materials imported from numerous countries ranging from Italy to Mali and was used for receptions and designed to showcase the Sultan's Ahmed and Mansour's wealth and power.
They still currently use it for events. I can see some people setting stuff up since they're having like a fashion show here. There's so much history within these walls.
The palace was neglected after his death in 1603 and eventually fell into ruin after the decline of the Saddien dynasty.
So this is another section and it also extends all the way there. It's really massive. Another cool thing I noticed about this palace is they have all these orange trees in the middle. So it looks like a courtyard. All the fruits are looking really succulent. Sadly, I can't pick anyone. Next up, we want to check out the tombs, the Saddien Tombs.
On my way to see this, I almost got lost due to how confusing and intricate the maze-like walls of the Medina were.
We walked to a dead end. Now we have to walk all the way back. So we found a shortcut through this door. Finally made it. That's one of the tombs that was built by the emperor. You can see the architecture and the detailing. So much attention was paid to the detailing of all the arcs. So amazing.
This complex is regarded by many art historians as the high point of Moroccan architecture in the Saddien period due to its luxurious decoration and careful interior design.
Man, this place is really, really beautiful. I think one thing I love about Morocco is they are really serious about tourism. They really took care of all the things that they actually have, all the history. And this is one thing I always say whenever I travel to a lot of African countries. Many African countries don't really take care of their stories. They don't take care of their culture. They don't take care of their history. I think there are just few countries in Africa that currently do that. But I love the fact that Morocco is doing that, and this contributes to their tourism. Also, filming here is not so difficult. We've been filming all day. We've not had any problem. No police has come to meet us. That also helps and enhances content creation in those countries, which makes more people come there.
Taking a walk through the Medina made me experience the narrow cobblestone streets. They are so narrow that they can mostly only be explored by foot, motorcycles and donkeys.
Walking through the Riad, tiny alleyways. This is how tiny the alleyways are. So my hand is touching the wall. I want to check out one of the Riads here. This is probably the Riad we're going to spend the night at. They have this very unique architecture.
One of the most popular architectural structures I came across when exploring the Medina in Marrakesh were the Riad.
This is what a Riad looks like. This is the bedroom that we currently are in now. And if you notice, you can see a lot of the whole Moroccan architecture influence in it.
So the Riads are a type of traditional home that follows certain standards of design and are mostly found in the old Medina. A Riad in Arabic means a garden. It's usually divided into 4 parts and has a fountain or pool in the middle. The high floors have a balcony and the ceilings over the courtyard is usually exposed. A Riad has a very secluded and intimate feeling, and for me, it feels like a great place to go with your lover, wife or partner. The weather was currently humid and I climbed to the top of the Riad's roof. I could see the outline of the Atlas Mountains in the distance. I really couldn't wait to finally climb this mountain.
We've officially entered into the national park.
You like it?
I love it.
More on that later.
These are cowries, similar to the cowries we use in West Africa. Africa is just almost the same. Everywhere is the same thing. It's just different tribes and traditions, but we're all one at the end of the day.
Hello, brother.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How much is your bread?
$1 dirham for one.
I want to get 2 of this one. This is Morocco bread. It's just baked here. They have different types of bread. This is made from wheat. This is just plain bread, normal plain bread that you actually eat. Yummy. How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to meet you.
How are you? Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
One of my most exciting parts about exploring the Medina are the artisans you get to meet. Like this man we met who was making beautiful wooden chess pieces.
Wow. Make all this yourself?
My father.
Your father?
Yes.
Oh wow. Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you, brother.
The thing about the Medina is there's a story lurking around every corner.
If she can open it, your present for you.
Really?
Make your choice here.
He said if I can open it, there's a present for me. Let me see. I can't find it.
Yeah, that's for key.
Oh wow! You open this and you push this to open it. Then the key is inside. This is the key. I put it back inside. So this is kind of like a secret box. Woo! This is nice. Behind me is one of the biggest and most famous mosques here. The mosque is called Koutoubia. It's also one of the biggest tourist attractions here. You can see the mosque from almost everywhere in Marrakesh. After exploring the main city, which is Marrakesh, we're heading to the outskirts of the city, to Atlas Mountain now. You see it right from the west. It's really big and massive.
Mohammed, so are we going to get to the top?
Inshallah, yes, of course.
The Atlas Mountains are a set of mountains that covers areas of Morocco, Algeria and Tunisia. It separates the Sahara Desert from the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. It has high mountains covered with caps of snow, which I was surprised to see because I never knew that snow fell in North Africa up until now.
The Berber people live here, and the first people come here in Morocco is Berber people.
The Berbers are an ethnic group indigenous to the Maghreb region of North Africa, where they live in scattered communities across parts of Morocco, Algeria and Libya. And even though my plan was to climb all the way to the top of the Atlas Mountain, I wanted to know more about the local way of life here.
You can see all the walls are made from mud. This is how the Berber people grind their wheat and seeds. They have this whole hydropowered system. It works with the power of the water, and it's the water that is turning this thing as you see here. All of this now is not controlled by electricity. Is this Tagine?
Yeah, Tagine with chicken.
This Tagine is the traditional food. It's kind of like similar to how we do it too, also with firewood, and then these clay pots here. Really nice. So as you're leaving the house, you put some contributions for the family. Inside is safe here.
I will take you to market, Berber market.
The market we're going to is a Monday market, and it's a market that only opens today.
To get here though, we had to cross one of the sketchiest bridges ever.
Here there's a big river that we have to cross. I don't know how we're going to do this. Yeah. Finally crossed. There's a lot of traffic on the road. They're selling so many things here. We came here to this local market to buy some food stuff that we're taking to go and meet the Berber people so that they can cook the tagine for us. One of the things I love doing whenever I travel to a new country is experiencing the local life. Tomato, yeah. Bought some vegetables. Now we're going to where we're going to get lamb so that we can add it to make the food that we're trying to make. The outside of goat everywhere. In Nigeria, we call it Isiewu.
Fresh lamb, right? Nice. Nigeria.
Abuja?
Yeah, Abuja.
Thank you.
Finally, we made it to the last village called Setti Fatma at the base of the Atlas Mountains.
So guys, we found this really awesome spot here. As you can see, it looks so beautiful. We can see the Alps behind us. Those are the Atlas Mountains. And then there's this valley. You can see a lot of tourists just eating beside the water.
I could feel the change in temperatures as the melting ice from the mountain peaks flowed past us in a river that divided the small village into two. During winter, this river stops flowing and even gets frozen in some parts.
We're down there before, where the river is. We'll walk all the way up here. I'm here with Mohammed, and we are gonna be preparing the food we just bought at the market. These are peas. We bring out the seeds. Just right in front of me. Snow in Africa, snow in Morocco. Ooh, we have the sauce. Salt, black pepper, this is curry. This traditional pot they used to make tagine, and now it's mixing in the sauce. How many minutes do you leave it to cook?
1 hour and a half.
1.5 hours.
Yes, maximum 2 hours.
So now we put a cover on the top and leave it to simmer for the next 2 hours.
While this was ongoing, we began our climb to see the 7 waterfalls of the incredible Atlas Mountain.
It's not easy to walk directly
and come back.
To have
rest.
A break, a rest.
Okay. This water is clean enough that you can drink it because it's all coming from the top of the Atlas Mountain. See how clear it is. As you're walking up the mountain, you pass through all the shops where they sell different types of ornaments and stuff. If you want, we don't want, so we'll keep going. We've officially entered into the national park. So guys, finally we got to the first big waterfall. There's still 5 more if we walk all the way up. The waterfall is really big, and it's something you should see if you're coming to Morocco for the first time. I'm actually really tired right now, very tired. But you know, we never give up on this channel, we keep going. We finally made it to the top of the waterfall. Check out the view. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waterfalls. All the water is coming from all the ice that is melting. You can see some people up there. Those ones are daredevils. But I ain't about to do that. I just want to sit down and chill here. After a very long and eventful climb, I have this freshly squeezed orange juice from the mountains of Marrakesh to cool me down.
7 years old, we was started to go with my mom. Sometimes we go all the way to the top of this mountain. So we was looking for wood to make our home warm before the snows come.
So from here you can see all the villages. There's one village here and there's another village down there. I think that's the village we're heading back to. Finally back on the road, and now let's go and eat. Woo. Okay, this is here. So guys, this is our tagine. It has been cooking. Woo! Beautiful.
You like it?
I love it. Oh, is it ready?
About half an hour.
Half an hour. Now guys, we have our tagine right in front of us. Let me go pull it. Ready? Let's go! Let's go! Woo! So they have this communal style of eating. After cooking, this is kind of like we're eating directly from the pot. Hot. This lamb we bought this afternoon is so tender. It was cooked for 2 hours. Wow! I love it.
Visiting Morocco has been at the top of my wish list for so long, and finally traveling across the beautiful country to explore it gave me a better experience than I would have ever imagined. I never really expected to leave feeling so mind blown, and I was sure I hadn't even scratched the surface. This country is so big that you need probably 2 to 3 months or more to really experience it, because all parts have something to offer, and I'm definitely coming back for more. I love the culture, the people, and the calm lifestyle, especially in Marrakesh. One of the best things about Morocco for me is also the low cost of living, which makes it easy for many people across the globe to explore it without breaking the bank. I traveled across Morocco in 7 days and spent less than $1,000, which is usually less than what I would have spent in most locations I traveled to across the world. One of the reasons I love traveling isn't just the location, but the amazing people you get to meet along the way, and I did meet many in Morocco, like Mohammed, who was really helpful in taking us up the mountain, to the wooden sculptor who was very friendly and gave me a gift even though we're just meeting for the very first time. Morocco was a pleasant experience, and these memories will stay with me forever. So will I recommend Morocco? 100%. It's a cocktail of amazing activities and experiences that I believe everyone in the world should try out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.